the Paradigm.
Battle of the Paradigms is a great game that combines all the fun of improv comedy with all the intellectual elitism of scholarly peer review. Not only is this game enjoyable and fun for the whole family, assuming the whole family is of legal drinking age and well-versed in theoretical frameworks, but it reinforces your understanding of the major ideas within your field of study. This game was first played as a challenge between the University of Colorado Anthropology and Geography departments, and will hopefully find a new home at the University of Denver. Battle of the Paradigms can be played anywhere, but works best in a bar with an audience of nerds. Battle of the Paradigms requires at least 2 teams of 2 graduate students each. Each team must select in advance a theorist, paradigm, or theoretical framework from their discipline. The teams need not actually be from the same field, which allows departments like curriculum and instruction to finally put those punks in counseling psychology in their place. So, for instance, a team representing Eleanor Duckworth's concept of wonderful ideas might find themselves competing against Nell Noddings and her educational ethics of caring.
I'm taking you down, Duckworth.
And also, Ralph Tyler's views on learning objectives.
I like objectives clear.
Each team presents a summary of their paradigm, lasting no more than 15 minutes, for the layman in the audience, with visual aids encouraged. After all teams have had their chance to describe their paradigm, the Master of Ceremonies presents all teams with a problem to be solved. The 2-person team has 3 minutes or less to discuss how their paradigm can cope with the problem at hand, and then 10 minutes to present to the audience. It should be noted that the problems presented
Have no bearing on the field of study whatsoever.
by way of example, although much abbreviated for time.
The national debt is spiraling madly out of control. How does your paradigm handle that?
A copy of the federal budget, a calculator, a pencil, and a pad of scratch paper should be sent to every person in America with no explanation whatsoever. Each American can play around with the numbers and find their own budget, or reach their own conclusion about how financially screwed we all are. Maybe someone will come up with a wonderful idea and solve the problem for us.
Ideally, our political figures will have been educated in a caring community that has taught them moderation, compromise, and empathy. They will be able to listen to each other and find a mutually acceptable agreement without sacrificing the fair and equitable distribution of funding for social security nets for those who need it. If all else fails, we can hope that our debt holders are kind, moral human beings and will forgive us our debt if we just ask nicely.
We want to reduce the debt. We're going to do it through a system of budget cuts and increased revenue through taxes. We will decide on specific cuts in taxes through a bipartisan committee of economic specialists, taxpayers, and a sampling of contemporary media. We will know we have succeeded when our debts and deficits are less than the previous year.
The Earth is facing an impact from a meteor that could end life on Earth. How does your paradigm handle that?
What do we really know about meteors? Why don't you try explaining what a meteor is for a moment? How does it work? How does it affect us? What is a meteor, really?
Has anyone considered the meteor's feelings? We should be teaching our children to care about things, including meteors. Also, they should learn to care for the environment, the animals and plants that will surely be wiped out should there be a deep impact meteor strike.
We must destroy the meteor. We will do it by landing a team of oil rig workers on its surface and having them plant explosives in the center of its mass. We will organize this expedition through a combination of NASA, randomly selected citizens, and any member of Aerosmith that will volunteer. We will know we have succeeded when the menacing rock from space has been reduced into much more manageable particles of dust.
Who wins? The winner for each round of competition will be determined by the reliable and valid assessment technique of audience applause. Regardless of responses, teams will show measurable growth in their presentation skills as the night goes on and the bar tab grows. So, who's up for an actual tournament of
Battle of the